Everyone, this is our next video of app ID. If you not watched the previous video, I suggest you first watch the previous video of app ID 1, app ID part 1, and then you can proceed with this app ID part 2. So in this section I am going to discuss about examples of the applications, typical application use. So let's say you have deployed the application control on the firewall. So what you can do, there are applications such as file sharing services are tolerated but can be gray area on whether they should be enabled or blocked. Tolerated applications may provide some functionality that is acceptable for your user to access, but other applications should only be allowed for the specific user or departments. Other applications are unsanctioned and should be blocked. So it means that, let's say we define that, let's say we have observed multiple application that is used by our organization. Based on that, we have categorized the applications into the sanctioned applications, tolerated applications, and unsanctioned applications. So let's say you have a Google base, Microsoft base, Microsoft Suite, WebEx. So we can define that as a sanctioned applications. And if any applications which use the FTP and all, although this is required by user to transfer the files, however we can mark this as tolerated applications, and we have to work on that to secure, or we have knowledge about which is some kind of risky kind of things, so we can separate it through the application level. And third, we can define as a unsanctioned application. So it means that these applications are very risky, and we cannot allow into our networks, and that application will be blocked, like BitTorrent and other risky applications, ultrasurf, that proxy applications. So that app should be blocked. So the purpose of this, we have identified the application types in three ways: sanctions, less risky, safe, we can allow; tolerated, we'll have to control that application; unsanctioned, will be denied that. This is the purpose of identification or separation of the application types. So let's go with the next topic. So the next topic is enhanced application visibility with the decryption. So it states that when you apply the decryption on your Palo Alto firewall, so you will be able to see the dependent applications on particular apps. Let's take this example. If app ID determine that TLS SSL encryption is used and decryption policy is placed, traffic is decrypted and passed to the identification mechanism. So it means that if firewall has detected that decryption policy is applied, then they will forward that packet to the identification mechanism that we have discussed in the previous video, unknown protocol decoder and known protocol decoder and all. So they will forward the identification mechanism. After identification mechanism, you see the packets generated from PC going to the destination within the firewall. App seen to the legacy firewall is only Google server, but NGFW with in decryption enabled, you will see the Google Gmail base, Gmail drive, Gmail downloading, Gmail uploading, Gmail posting. So it means that if you are trying to access or send email from your Gmail, then you will able to see the other dependent apps like Gmail base, Gmail drive, and other things. If you not apply the decryption, then legacy firewall know the only this is the Google server, and the firewalls with decryption enable, this will be available like Gmail base and drive. If you disable that decryption, you will only see the Gmail base, so you will not able to identify the further dependent applications which is present on the base application if decryption is disabled on the Palo Alto firewall. So that is the reason it is recommended by the firewall vendors to enable the decryption profile so that we can inspect deeply to the packets. So next topic is our application shifts. So in this shift process, firewall is able to identify the applications or dependent applications. So if a web server this is the web server and this is the web client, and once the client initiated the packet, the TCP three-way handshake will complete. After that, HTTP GET message has been sent. Now the firewall is able to identify this is the web browsing. Then after further packet has been moved from the client, then firewall is application is shifted to the SSL. After moving to the SSL handshake, firewall got to know this is the application SSL. Now they have moved from web browsing to the SSL. After SSL, again the web client is sending traffic towards the server. This is the for Facebook. Then further firewall will able to identify that this is the Facebook base. So this is like a base application of the Facebook. And now further when we go for the chat, it is identified by the Palo Alto that it is a Facebook chat. So this is the process of application shift. So initially firewall don't know that what is the application that will be go via this sessions. As soon as or as far as the communication is happening, the application shift is happening. Further, the traffic sent to the destination server. Oh, this is the web browser. Then further they shifted to the SSL. So it is the encrypted connection moved to the SSL. Further, they move for the Facebook traffic. Then after they identify this is the Facebook base. Then further they go to the chat, and after that firewall is able to identify that this is the Facebook chat. So it means that without allowing web browsing and SSL, you'll not able to allow the Facebook base and Facebook chat. So this is the depending to each other, and that's how these application shifts are working. So if you are allowing Facebook base, you should allow the web browsing SSL as well. So let's move on the next. So as I told you in the application shift, firewall keeps shifting one application to application based on the data flow. So network traffic can shifted from one dependent application to another during the lifetime of the packet. So which we discussed that during the lifetime of the packet, the shift is happening from one dependent application to the another dependent application. When you create a policy to allow dependent application, you also ensure that the firewall allows the other allocations on which application is dependent. So it means that you need to allow the dependent application also. In this scenario, this is the source user trying to access the office on demand. So once he sent that HTTP GET request, is marked as a web browser. Then on the second request, it is requesting from the web for the web browser for the office on demand. So in the rule section, it is clearly showing that first it is the application that is SSL web browsing, and in the second column it is the MS Office and the office on demand. So it means that they allowed the web browsing, and after that we need to allow that office on demand and other dependent applications. So this thing we can see on the firewall itself. So let's quickly go to our Palo Alto VM. So I already searched for the Facebook. So this is the Facebook base. So let's say if you are allowing the Facebook chat or a Facebook code or Facebook downloading, so you should allow this Facebook base. And this is the implicit like SSL web browsing that we need to allow also. Let's say if we are allowing the Facebook video, then we have to allow the Facebook base. So this is the base applications, and it is visible on this objects and the application. So let's say if you want to allow the Google chat or Google application, let's say search for the Google. So we need to allow for that base application also. So let's apply for the Google. Yeah, Gmail base is there. Gmail chat is there. Let's say if we want to allow the Gmail chat, then we need to allow the Google base. So that is required. And we where we can apply, let's quickly discuss on the policies also. Let's say we are allowing Google, so we need to search the Google base, Google chat, that is the dependent application. So let's open it. I have opened any policy. Here we apply the custom rule. In the application section, you need to allow that applications. Let's say here I will take Facebook. So let's say if I want to allow the Facebook video, so we can allow the Facebook base also. And further that web browsing and Facebook base. And then we need to allow the web browsing. And in this version, it is available here, like what are the dependent applications that is needed to allow the communication. So it is showing here also that what is the dependent. So we need to allow the web browsing also. Web browsing. So web browsing we need to select. Then after that it will be. So now we have selected and no further dependent application is required and we can save the process. So via this way it is allowed. If you see the Facebook base, Facebook video and web browsing, it is allowed. And or we can commit this change also. So we've committed that changes. And many applications we discussed that thing, that sanctions applications and there is a one slide was pending. Let's discuss it also. Control and use of sanctioned and tolerated applications. So let's say the meaning of this, let's say you have allowed any Google base or Facebook base. So Google application is having multiple features like a video streaming, you have uploads, you have a downloads, so you have a live streaming. So in the NGFW sections on the NGFW firewall, we have option to what we need to allow or what we need to do. Let's say if we want to allow the download, we can allow. If we only want to upload, we can allow. If we want to post, we want to deny any posting, we can deny it. Audio video, we can deny it. So it means that it is not likely previously in the previous firewalls or legacy firewall that functionality was not there. But now this functionality is there. What needs to be allowed and what needs to be not allowed. Even the base application also. Let's say you can take any example for the Google applications or the you can say the Facebook applications. So it is as a network engineer, it's your like whatever required, you can perform those action on this firewalls. So how you can do, let's say in this example also, if you see, I only allow the Facebook video. I did not allow the uploads and also that type of granular control is available on the applications. And this all is happening because of the app ID. So any applications, this feature is enabled like what you need to allow and what needs to be not allowed. So that is the video related to that application ID. To support this channel by like and share this channel. Thank you so much.